Have you ever seen someone fight for their life and then watched the killers provoke the public like it's all a game? In the next few minutes you're going to dive deep into a horror story so shocking it reads like a thriller. The death of Menglong, the leaked recordings that defy the official account, the telegram-style horror behind closed doors, and the powerful forces daring you to look away. By the end of this video you'll understand what really happened, why the killers are still taunting the world, and how this case is awakening a global outcry. Stay till the end because the truth is far more explosive than the headlines. Lights flicker. A central Beijing high-rise. A gathering of stars. A door slams. Inside, the mood is casual, laughter booming, champagne glasses clinking, selfies posted to feed the glamorous illusion. But behind the polished veneer, something malevolent coils. Menglong arrives. Charismatic, bright-eyed, accepting invites from friends and acquaintances. The evening begins innocently enough. A toast here, a joke there. But as the night deepens, the truth begins to warp. Allegedly, the number of people in that apartment wasn't 6, it was 17. 17 faces, some familiar, others shadows. Allegedly, voices captured later would beg, spit it out, cut open his stomach for the USB drive. The reports sent jolts across the internet. Imagine a room bathed in neon, a drone of polite chatter. Then a body struggles. The camera shifts. A silhouette at the window. The mesh screen torn, not pushed open, but ripped with force. A cry, "Don't mind him, he won't die." In a parking lot minutes earlier, the same man is dragged into a car. And the official account? A tragic accident. Drunk, fell from the building. Nothing suspicious. Case closed. But netizens refused to believe it. Because they saw what the authorities pretended never happened. As dawn breaks, the flicker of alarm sets in. Yu's body lies lifeless. Beijing police issue a statement, his studio confirms his death after a fall. On social media, a storm brews. Clips that should have been impossible to exist surface: audio of rage, videos of restraint, evidence of torture. And then the silence. Accounts deleted. Posts removed. Censorship. The rumor mill explodes. Was Yu targeted because he refused exploitation? Because he possessed evidence someone wanted hidden? The upload read, "They may come and kill me anytime. I'm not joking and I'm not hallucinating." Overnight, what should have been a Samba memorial turned into a war zone of hashtags. #justice for you, #where is the truth, #celebs are not safe. Because the killers weren't hiding, they were provoking. Here's how the provocation plays out. 1. Leaked clips of the torture, grainy, horrifying, yet unmistakable. 2. The official version insists, no criminal suspects, death ruled accidental. 3. Meanwhile, social platforms freeze comments, delete posts, and shutter accounts raising questions. 4. Netizens cry foul. If this was truly a drink gone wrong fall, why all the holes in the story? Why the video of men dragging him? Why the screams? The message? If you dig too deep, you'll be silenced too. The killers aren't hiding, they're daring you to look. Picture this scene, a sleek ultra-luxury apartment. A door halfway open. On the floor, a broken glass. On a table, a silver USB stick. Yu looks disoriented. His hit. He complains. Suddenly, someone yanks him to his feet. "Where is the USB?" A voice shrieks. Someone shoves him. The screen door shatters. He falls. The next scene, a hallway camera turns. 2 figures drag a man, his shirt soaked. A woman filming from the shadows. The tag, "Make sure he doesn't survive tonight." The flashing lights of a car. A body loaded inside. The route to the rooftop. The final jump. Now rewind. That USB? Allegedly contained something dangerous: corporate secrets, exploitative footage, industry corruption. The kind of thing powerful men bury fast. And when they felt the threat, they acted. And then they smiled. Why is this happening now? Because the industry is built on fear. On confusing power with silence. On celebrities who shine in the public but are vulnerable behind the scenes. Yu was different, he asked questions. He refused to be silent. And that made him a risk. After his death, Fans began to connect dots: actors who died after falls, allegations of parties that got out of control, of contracts that became cages. The common denominator: someone in a suit, someone above suspicion. The killers of you made a show out of their crime. A horror to rile up the public, to challenge the watchers. Will you look away or will you push for accountability? Let's talk about the Telegram-style horror. Because the modern era hasn't stopped evil, it's given it new tools. Secure chats. Deleted messages. Videos that vanish in minutes. The files referencing you's torture were shared in closed chats, quickly erased, but not before people screenshot them. Some leaked through VPNs. Some surfaced in encrypted groups. The killers used technology. The public used screenshots. The race: truth versus suppression. Someone wrote, in one chat the announcement said video will be taken down, share now. And dozens of people did. Because they knew the truth was being erased. Because the killers were provoking them to share. To get angry. To demand answers. In the wake of this, public reaction exploded. On Reddit, one commenter wrote, the video of him weeping in the background, and then another taken from the peephole. The lack of transparency and the immediate cover-ups clearly shows he was wrongfully murdered. On Chinese social platforms, posts were scrubbed, even comments asking was it really an accident were shut down. And yet, the more the state pressed down, the louder the whispers grew. Because the provocation isn't just murder, it's daring you to see. To question. To refuse to forget. Scene: the mother of Yu Menglong emerges. A statement: he died accidentally after drinking. But later, a letter surfaces, allegedly her own voice, claiming his death was not accidental but someone's deliberate intent to harm and that there was a cover-up. The killers laughed. They expected that forced obedience would quiet the crowd. Instead, the world watched. Every screenshot, every retweet, every share, this became an act of resistance. Now let's analyze. What does this mean for the global entertainment industry? For power structures? For fans? It shows how celebrities, even highly visible ones, can become targets when they try to break free of exploitation. It shows how technology can be used both to commit horrors, secure chats, deleted evidence, and to resist them, leaks, screenshots, viral posts. It shows that provocation is a tool. The killers flaunt their cruelty, they toy with the public, they provoke outrage, all while hiding behind legal shrouds. It shows that once you accept the official version without question, you risk becoming complicit in the erasure of truth. What can you do? Yes, you watching this right now. Share the story. Use your platform. If you've got social media, post about Yu Menglong. Encourage conversation. Don't accept the quick official summary. Ask questions. Who were those 17 people? What's on the USB? Why the deleted clips? Support survivors, witnesses, activists demanding transparency. When powerful systems silence them, public visibility becomes their shield. Recognize the pattern. This isn't an isolated incident. Many industry deaths have eerily similar triggers. The more eyes stay open, the fewer perpetrators act in the shadows. The final scene. A rooftop at dusk. The city's vast electric hum underneath. The mesh screen ripped. A figure, once adored, plunges. Below him, lights reflect. Sirens distant. The killers exit the building. One of them sends a message, all clear. We provoked them. Now they react. But the reaction is unstoppable. Social media lights up. International petitions. Hashtags. Screenshots of those torture videos. Voices that once whispered now screech. Because sometimes the only way evil is revealed is when it provokes the public, when it dares people to watch. And once you watch, it cannot be unseen. So stick this to the end. Because in the closing moments we'll ask, will justice come for Yu Menglong? Will the killers feel the sting of public outrage? And what happens when the public stops being silent observers and becomes actors? This story isn't just about the end of one life, it's a warning. A challenge. A call to all of us who scroll past celebrity news without thinking. Stop. Read. Question. Share. Because the killers are provoking you. And if you don't respond, they win. If you thought the last video about Menglong's shocking death was disturbing, wait until you hear what's happening now. The very people suspected of taking his life are no longer hiding, they're provoking the public. Leaked Telegram messages, eerie voice notes, and coded videos are surfacing one after another, as if someone wants the world to stay haunted by Menglong's final moments. The night was supposed to fade into silence after Menglong's fall, but it didn't. Instead, a digital storm began brewing. Telegram groups started to appear with anonymous names like Morning Room, Project 88, and The Curtain Call. Inside these private chats were dozens of users all sending cryptic messages about a fall, a USB, and the party that went too far. One message, timestamped 2:13 a.m., read simply, "It's done. But keep the clip ready. We'll make them talk." That single line sent chills down everyone's spine. Within hours, screenshots of these messages started leaking onto social platforms. Someone had recorded everything before the group was deleted. The chats contained references to a cleanup team, video distribution, and most disturbingly, a voice memo, a deep male voice whispering, "Let them scream. They'll never know." Was it a taunt? A confession? Or a deliberate provocation meant to show that whoever orchestrated Yu's final moments was still out there watching the chaos unfold? The Telegram horror became an obsession for millions. People scoured every message, decoding timestamps, comparing voice patterns, linking usernames to industry insiders. And the deeper they dug, the more the killers seemed to feed on it. Because every time a truth seeker posted a theory online, a new, even darker message would appear. Scene cuts. A young woman sits in her apartment in Shanghai. She's scrolling through Telegram, part of a group called Justice for You. Suddenly, her screen flashes, a new anonymous account joins. The user uploads a blurry video. It lasts 7 seconds, a silhouette dragging something heavy across a polished floor. No sound, just the thud of footsteps and a faint reflection of what looks like a blood-red shirt. The caption reads, "We told you not to forget him. Now watch closely." The video spreads like wildfire before being deleted. But once something hits the internet, it never truly disappears. People repost it, dissect it, reverse engineer the frames. And what they find next shakes the online world again. At the 4-second mark of that clip, there's a reflection, a partial face seen through a mirror in the corner of the shot. Someone zooms in and claims it matches one of the party guests from that night, a man whose name was quietly removed from all entertainment industry databases a week later. Coincidence? Or cleanup? Then came the audio files. One was labeled dinner_real version.mp3. It began with laughter, people drinking, toasting, joking, then abruptly turned into chaos. A chair scrapes the floor. Someone yells, "Stop filming." Another voice says, "He still has it on him." And then, a faint, gut-wrenching sound like someone gasping for air. That was all. But the way it ended, the sudden cut, the silence that followed, it left the internet frozen. Investigators and fans alike started piecing things together. If these killers truly wanted to stay hidden, why leak evidence like this? Why use Telegram, a platform known for its privacy? Unless, of course, the leaks were intentional, a psychological weapon to taunt the public and to silence anyone who might still be digging. Another day, another post surfaces. This one isn't from Telegram, it's from a dark web forum tied to the entertainment underworld. A post titled, "He fell, but we made him fly." The thread contained coordinates, strange images of rooftops, and a message claiming the fall was a performance, an act that symbolized betrayal in the entertainment world. Was it metaphorical? Or a confession masked as art? People began to theorize that Yu's killers were not just trying to erase him, they were trying to turn his death into a spectacle. A performance piece that would provoke endless curiosity and fear. And it worked. Because every new leak only made the mystery stronger and the outrage louder. A journalist from Singapore claimed to have contacted one of the Telegram group members through an encrypted app. According to her report, the source said, "They're testing how far the public will go. Every leak is calculated. They want chaos. They want fear. If true, This meant Yu Menglong's death wasn't just a cover-up, it was the beginning of a sick psychological game. Cut to another eerie moment. A week after the Telegram leaks began, someone hacked a fan memorial livestream. The chat box filled with anonymous comments. "He's not gone. Check the window. We told you to stop." Viewers screamed. The stream ended abruptly, leaving only a black screen with faint typing sounds echoing before the screen went dark. Some believed it was a hoax, others swore it was a direct message from the same people who orchestrated Yu's fall. No one knew for sure, but the fear was real. The strangest part came when one of Yu's old co-stars received a mysterious package. Inside was a flash drive unmarked, no sender, just a sticky note that read, "He tried to warn you." The actor handed it over to authorities, but the next morning, news broke that the actor had suspended all activities and gone abroad for recovery. The drive was never mentioned again. Coincidence? Or another layer of the Telegram horror, a warning to anyone still searching for the truth? Public outrage reached a boiling point. Fans across Asia demanded answers. Hashtags like #JusticeForYou and #UnmaskTheKillers trended for days. But the more people demanded, the more the killers seemed to mock them. One Telegram account, claiming to be one of the 17, posted a final chilling message. "We didn't hide. You just didn't look deep enough. Watch the stars, they always fall twice." Then the account disappeared. No one knew what that cryptic line meant until someone realized Yu's last social media post, just hours before his death, included a caption. "The sky looks strange tonight. Maybe some stars fall twice." The internet erupted. Did you know what was coming? Was he leaving a hidden message? Or did his killers twist his words to fuel their twisted game? Meanwhile, Telegram's internal team reportedly shut down dozens of groups connected to the leaks. But before they vanished, one group sent out a broadcast, a looping video of Yu smiling during an old interview, with text overlaid saying, "Do you still believe the story they told you?" It was a gut punch to every fan who had once adored him, a reminder that beneath the glamour of the entertainment world, there's a darkness deeper than anyone imagined. And now, the provocation continues. Random messages still appear under hashtags about Yu Menglong's name. Some claim they come from insiders, others are from people obsessed with the mystery. But one thing is clear, his killers succeeded in keeping the world watching. Because they didn't just take a life, they created a haunting that refuses to fade. Every time someone mentions his name, new whispers appear online. Every new video, every reposted clip, every exclusive leak seems to trigger another wave of chaos. It's as if his killers are still out there, feeding on the public's curiosity, using outrage as their shield. They're provoking us, daring us, to look away. Final scene, the message to viewers. And that's where you come in. Because this isn't just about Yu Menglong anymore. It's about the power of truth in the face of manipulation. It's about a digital horror that keeps replaying because people refuse to stay silent. If you've watched this far, you're part of the movement that refuses to let his story die. So don't stop here, let your voice be heard. Hit the like button if you believe the truth about Yu Menglong still needs to come out. Share this video with your friends, let them see how deep this mystery goes. Subscribe if you want to stay updated as we continue uncovering the dark secrets behind this Telegram horror. Now, I want to hear from you, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the killers are still out there, deliberately provoking the public? Why do you think they leaked the messages and videos, to cover their tracks or to control the narrative? And most importantly, what do you believe Yu Menglong was trying to warn us about before his death? Let's talk about it in the comments. Your opinion matters, because sometimes, justice begins with conversation.